Hello beautiful people, and so as you can see by the mess that is my desk right now, you can tell this video is going to be slightly different than ones I've done before. So I'm doing a makeup declutter, hence why all my makeup is out on my desk. I did try to get it out of the way so that I could just have a space to work, but there was just too much of it, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go through product by product and then hopefully be able to declutter down to something that is actually usable for me. So let's get started. The face products that I have are all right here. As you can see, there's actually not that many of them. There's a few highlighters, a few blushes, a few kind of duos and packages. But this one right here is a blush serum. And I'm really excited to try this. It's a lip and cheek cream color. It's not been opened yet, so I really do want to try this, so I'm going to keep this and not declutter it right now. This blush by Art Deco I did in a video, and I actually did really like this one. I'm just going to try swatching it for you guys here. It's just a really pretty kind of mauvey peach color. I'm going to adjust my light so you guys have a better view. Hopefully it gives a bit better of a light, but as you can see, I really like this blush. It's just a nice peach color. And there's this Burt's Bees blush, which I had actually for a video as well. It's for a full face of Burt's Bees makeup, and I quite liked it. Now, I just want to double check of when it expires. I don't think it would be expired, but 12 months, yeah, it won't. And it's a blush with bamboo, which I thought was really cool. And the color's actually quite pretty. I'm gonna just swatch this up. It's definitely a more peach blush compared to the other one, which is more rosy, which kind of explains why I'm going to keep both of them, is because they do give me different colors and different looks. So these are two blushes that I did for my ish makeup video look. So this one here is in the shade Rosebud, and it's quite beautiful actually as well. So I'm just going to take a little swatch just here. So it's kind of just like this deep pink, which actually looks quite pretty as well on my face. So I do like that one too. This is going well. I'm not decluttering anything apparently. And this next one is in the shade Peony, which is quite light actually. So this one might be up for declutter. Let's see how it swatches. Okay, so we have two that are extremely similar here. This one here and this one here. I like this one better. This one's a little too light pink for me. I don't know if I'm going to reach for it or not though, so it's going to kind of go into my maybe pile. No, I think it's just a little too light, quite honestly, so this is the first one to be decluttered. The next thing I look at is this Natural Glow palette. Make sure there's no duplicates. If there are, then we are going to just get rid of it. Just from the start of it, if I can get the two blushes to focus, there's a coral and a rose gold, which are both different, very different from that first one. But I am wondering if that rosebud color is too similar to the rose gold. Let's just swatch this. Yeah, the rosebud. Oh no, they are very different. Very, very, very different. Wow. Never mind. I take it back. Okay, so this whole thing I'm going to be keeping. I'm going to pull out the Hydro Gloss, or at least in theory, we'll pull out the Hydro Gloss. Just stick that in my lip area to declutter. And then the same with this liquid eyeliner. Just gonna stick that with my eyeliners to declutter. And so this palette also comes with 3 highlighters, which are actually kind of hard to show just with the angle the camera is at right now. But there's 3 highlighters in here as well: Luminance, Brilliance, and Radiance, which some of them are a good highlighter shade for me and some of them are not. And then the 2 contouring powers, which are Sculpt and Suntan, one of which is a good contouring powder, and then the other is a bit more like a bronzer. They're both quite dark for me, and this brush really does. This brush here sucks hardcore, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. So I'm gonna pull up the 2 highlighters here. This is Gilded, and this is the highlighter Pearl. I think Pearl will look really good as a highlighter shade for me because I am quite fair. Let's just give that a quick little swatch. It's quite shimmery, quite white, but if you blend it out and diffuse it, it picks up really nicely on my skin, so I quite like that one. That one is a definite keep. And then this one, Gilded, is quite dark on me, honestly. Let's try blending it out a little bit. I mean, that actually might work well as more of a bronzer if I want to go for a sun-kissed look, like a dewy sunny look. So I might keep that because it's actually quite a nice highlighter still. Next is this Cover FX Shimmering Veil Drops, which I have not used at all. It's still brand new. I'm not quite sure how you use them, to be honest. Like, it's quite pigmented. Ooh, okay. Now I see. That is pretty. Like, you could do a pretty good unicorn look with that. Oh my. Okay. So there's not a lot going to be decluttered in this category, unfortunately. I started with a pretty bad one. That was quite nice. Actually, I'm going to use that now. Next would be this Cheeky Trio, which is a bronzer, a blusher, and a highlighter in it. Now this is quite old, so I'm not sure how these formulas are going to hold up. They're still quite soft though, I will say. That is that one. That is the blush. That didn't really pick up anything. You really have to dip in to get into that highlighter. Wow. So the blush is quite nice, but I'm wondering if I have enough like it. And then that bronzer just did not go on very well. If I'm being honest, it just kind of went on cakey almost. This might be actually too old. I didn't use it very much at all, but it might actually have gotten too old and now the makeup formula is just not there anymore. So it's Dream Machine is the bronzer, Fifth Avenue is the blush, and Hot Stuff is the highlighter. And it is a good formula. It says it's good for 16 months. And I'm pretty sure I got this at least 3 years ago, if not more. So I think it's time to say goodbye to this. Next is this holographic glow stick by Milk Makeup. Is it real hollow or is it not? I also have no idea when this expires, so there is that too. Let's just try it. Whoa, hollow or not, that is gorgeous. It feels so creamy, oh my. However, when I look at the top, I don't know if you can see that. It does make me a little concerned with what I can see. There's like some stuff on it that shouldn't be there, and as pretty as it is, I probably shouldn't have put that on my arm. That should be decluttered just because of its age. Oh, I feel bad. So same thing probably with all of these Milk Makeup products, just because look at the top of that one. It's just not good. I think you can see all the cracks and the breaking down in the formula. It's just, I think, too old. This right here was a cheek and lip tint. I did try it and I did like it. I just wasn't that into makeup before. This one still has the cap on it and it is a blur stick. So I'm gonna look up how to use that because I'm just not sure, and I'm gonna keep it until I figure out what it does. This one here is a highlighter, but again, the top's off. There's a big chunk out of it. Like, I just don't feel comfortable putting that on my face anymore. So bye-bye. Thank you. Decluttered a bit, actually. So this is all that I decluttered. And this is what I'm keeping. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to keep this palette or not, just simply because I have other smaller ones that I like, and this one's a little bit bulky, but we'll see how much use I get out of it in the coming months. But I really like the rest of the stuff that I decided to keep. So I'm actually quite excited to try these out on my face. This isn't bad for a combination of highlighter, blush, and bronzer. Like, this is all that I own in that category. So that's what I'm keeping. Actually, on second thought, because it was tearing me up inside, I am keeping that blush in the shade Peony. Okay, so next we're actually going to do a category that should be pretty easy. So it's mascaras. So this one here hasn't been opened. It's a nourishing mascara, so that's great. We're going to keep that around. Same with this Quinoa and Baobab Sculpting and Strengthening Mascara. Again, not been opened. We're going to keep it around. And then this one I do really want to play with. It is from ColourPop. It's a volumizing mascara and it's electric blue. So it's called Blue Ya Mind, which is just adorable. But I'm actually quite excited to try this. So it's going to be staying as well. Now, with the mascaras, I've mentioned it before in my last video that I love the Art Deco Angel Eyes mascara, so that one is staying. It is my current favorite. And I actually do like this Burt's Bees Nourishing Mascara. It is the only brown mascara that I think I own, and it's just quite nice for a more natural look, and it doesn't dry out my lashes, so I do like it as long as it's not dried out. Yeah, no, it's still looking good. I take it all back. It's actually in the shade black. It's not even a brown mascara, it just looks brown. But it is nourishing, so it's gonna stay simply for that because it makes my lashes feel better. Now this one was the Ish Elevated Lash Mascara. When I tried out all my Ish products in that video, I did not like this one. It just didn't do the same thing that the Angel Eyes ones did. So I'm actually going to be decluttering this one. Now for all of these were part of a sample pack, and so I think a big thing for whether or not I keep them is going to be whether or not they're dried out. Some of them haven't been opened, but they're all kind of the same tube, so I can't tell which ones I've used and which ones I haven't, unfortunately. And I do want to give some of these a try. Now there was one that I know that I used. I'm going to be decluttering that because it's been a while since I used it. I might have already decluttered it actually because I don't see it in here. It was like some sort of bad girl lash one, and I think I decluttered it because it had been a while since I'd used it, and I don't want to use something that has a chance to grow mold and other things, because after it's been on your face you introduce it to bacteria on the wand, and I just don't want that sticking around. So that looks actually still pretty good. So this is the Pure Fully Charged High Powered Mascara. This is the Monsieur Big by Lancome. That still looks pretty good as well actually. This is the Clinique High Impact Lash Elevating Mascara. I did not really like how that came out. Looking at it up close, I might have actually used this one, so I'm going to declutter it just because I'm going to be on the safe side rather than sorry when it comes to my eyes. This is the L'Issoitier V Element Volcanic Minerals Mascara. I keep thinking that these are things just on it, but it's actually the design of the tube. I keep wanting to just brush them off. Oh yeah, that came out easily. That still looks wet. That looks fine. This is the Lancome Excessive Black Mascara. Oh, that came out the different way than I thought it was going to, and that was fine as well, I think. Oh, that is an interesting brush. It's very swervy. That'll be interesting to try. And then this is the Mascara Supra Volume in Intense Black. This one's a half and half, so I have no idea which side is going to be the actual brush. That's a little weird that there's some white on the brush. I mean, is the brush white to start with? That's, I mean, it looks fine, but it's freaking me out and I have enough mascara, so I'm gonna declutter it anyways. Next is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. And this is still wrapped, like I can't even open it, so that's definitely going to be fine. And this, last but not least, is the Superfan by Smashbox. Oh, that's a cool looking brush. This one still seems fine. So I will admit, I'm not a very big mascara snob. The difference I actually noted with the Angel Eyes one was surprising to even me, that I noticed one that I preferred, because usually I just kind of get a lot of them and use them until they dry out and then get new ones, because mascaras are those things that I do think you should change fairly frequently just so that you don't have eye infections. And that's the big thing, is that they do really have shelf life, and their shelf life is usually about 3 months, I want to say. So this is what I'm down to in terms of mascaras. I've decluttered these 3. I can't even fit them all in frame here. But the next category is my foundations and concealers. So part of this will be based on whether or not I think I like it and whether or not it's expired. So we're gonna start with the easy ones. These ones were actually a pretty good cushion foundation that I got from Miniso, which is like a Japanese variety store essentially, but it's in Toronto. It's a really cool cushion concealer actually. This is the BB Cushion and Honey, and it's the blemish concealer. I was surprised that I found a shade match there, and I did like it. It's old now. It's definitely not going to be safe for me to use on my face. And especially with wet products like this, I just don't want to chance it. Oh good, it even has a set expiry date on the back just to make me feel better about it. It expired December of this year, which is actually pretty good considering. I guess it's not from that old, I guess. Maybe it's just 2 years ago, but still I used it then. I really did like it. It's quite nice and moisturizing, and it's really full coverage, but it did separate on my skin anyway, so I was going to declutter it regardless. Same goes for this CC cushion, this green tea moisturizing cushion. Again, the expiry is going to be about the same. Yep, the 21st of November actually of 2019. Same thing, this was great moisturizing. This had a decent amount of coverage. I was surprised that I found my shade. In this, it looks a bit more deep. Oh yeah, it's almost completely dried out actually. This is also going to be decluttered, unfortunately. So next is this Laneige. Same thing, it's a cushion foundation. I'm gonna get rid of the cushion just because I don't trust it. And this is probably dried out too, honestly. Yeah, it's dried out as well. But I do have a replacement here. And so if I can figure out how to put in the replacement, then I will be keeping this, but getting rid of the old package in it. And it's the BB Cushion Hydra Radiance in number 21 beige with broad spectrum SPF. I did actually quite like this. I just didn't get a good enough chance to try it out. We're gonna try it, but obviously not with the one that's in the package right now. The expiry was April of 2019. Does this one have an expiry on it as well? Oh no, this one also expired at the same time as well. I mean, it's never been opened, but that just tells me, especially since it's from April of 2019, it's about a year old, it's just not gonna have the nice kind of cushiony hydration SPF. Like the formula is gonna be broken down at this point. So I'm gonna actually declutter both of them. I have enough foundations that it's really not going to be an issue. Next up, we have this foundation color changing all day flawless, which I have actually not opened yet. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it does anything. It's supposed to match your skin tone somehow. Don't know how. It says it's foundation with something technology and hydroluminous complex. It's supposed to last up to 16 hours. I don't see an expiry on it. This was a random internet purchase. So we're gonna just actually shake it and then pump some out and just see if it does color change at all. Oh yeah, it's changing color for sure. It actually feels super creamy and soft, not gonna lie. It's very hydrating. It's going along. Yeah, I will say that color is actually matching me quite well. So we're gonna give it a chance. We're gonna see what it does, so this will stick around. Next, I'm actually going to do a few of my favorites. So this is a face sunscreen that is tinted in a cool tint. It's broad spectrum SPF 30. It might not be the best much, but I do like it, and it's a sunscreen, so I just kind of use it when I want just a little bit of coverage and just to pop it on just before I go outside. So this is, I'm going to keep. Expires in 2021, so we're still safe. Next are two new ones that I actually just got from Garnier Skin Active. There's a BB Light and a BB cream, 90% original. Both actually look really good on my skin and both are quite hydrating. So I'm gonna keep these, and they're new, so they shouldn't expire anytime soon. Next, in terms of favorites, I think this is my absolute favorite so far, is this Actually, that's a lie. My absolute favorite is coming up next, and I just bought it, and it's so expensive, but it's so good. This is a good, though, probiotic tinted moisturizer. I use this quite a bit as well, and it's mostly for those days where I want just really light coverage and just kind of a moisturizer. Can you see a theme so far? I tend to like light coverage moisturizing things. This here was a sample from Art Deco that I got in my calendar. It is too dark for me. It's going to be decluttered. Next is this actually Burt's Bees foundation. I will be posting the makeup video for this soon, if not already, but it's actually quite a decent foundation, so I'm going to be keeping this and just trying to use it more, because I honestly forgot I had it, and that's the problem with how much makeup I had. I actually forgot most, if not all, the things that I had to begin with, so I'm going to keep that. This is actually my favorite. So this is my new favorite foundation. It's just the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It is a medium coverage foundation. It's for when I actually want a true makeup look. Like when I actually want to do more filming makeup or full face makeup, this is what I go for now. I love this. It makes my skin look like real skin. My biggest peeve with foundations usually is that they doesn't look like real skin, but this definitely does. Oh, peach perfect. So this I had gotten a while ago, and that's actually probably why I'm going to be decluttering it. It's just because I don't know if it's expired yet or not. It did separate a little bit, but it's actually extremely full coverage. It's a Comfort Matte. It's the only matte foundation I have. I normally like a dewy foundation, but it's just... it's old. She's so old. I think that I should declutter it just because of how old it is, honestly. You served me well. You're a great foundation. And the smell of this is actually really nice too. But I put it on recently and it definitely separates easier than it used to. So I think the foundation, the formula is broken down. So thank you. Last but not least, I have two concealers. In my Burt's Bees review, I mentioned this concealer and that it conceals a big load of nothing. Quite light, but like as you can see while I'm doing it here, it just kind of takes away coverage as it goes on. Like it actually makes the foundation worse. So it's being decluttered. This is a terrible concealer. Just don't buy it. Okay, I love Burt's Bees and I love their makeup and I love a lot of their products, but this is just not a good product. I'm sorry. Last is probably the only concealer that I will be keeping because I had two, and it is my Ish Probiotic Concealer. I love this little bad boy. It is great, and so far the only concealer I own that works. So we're gonna keep it just so I have a concealer and don't have to continually build up the foundation on my face until I get coverage of my acne. Yay! So overall, not too bad. These are the foundations I'm keeping. Some of them are a bit more repetitive. Like I have quite a few BB creams and moisturizers as well as a sunscreen, two pretty full coverage foundations. There's just one that I want to explore more with. I know I only have one face and this might be excessive, but I am going to try and actually wear makeup a little bit more because I've been finding that I love playing with it. Now that I have the time to, I really want to play with it some more. So we're just going to keep these all for now. And these are all the ones I will be decluttering. So it is close to a 50-50 split. I'm decluttering 6 and I am keeping 8. Maybe not a 50-50 split, but close. Next, we're going to do some prepping face products. I didn't bring all of them into the shot just because of how many there are. So we're actually going to start with this. This is first a Cosmetics Pure C Vitamin C Mixing Crystals. I haven't had a chance to try these yet, so they're still fairly unopened. I think you mix them in with your favorite products and then you apply them to the face. It's just supposed to make your face feel better. So I think you're supposed to mix it in with your moisturizer. So I'm going to try that and then see if I like it. And if so, I'm going to keep it. And then just these prepping cloths. There's facial cleansing cloths from Burt's Bees and this Fab Pore, which shrinks your pores. I like both of them. I'm going to keep both. This Wish Purifying Mask, which I do actually use for videos. I do it right before I plan on putting makeup on for a video just so that my skin has a bit more luminance underneath. I did actually like it. It was a bit of a pain to wash off, but it made my skin look really nice, so I'm going to keep this around. Next are two color correctors that are, they're new and not been used, but they're also extremely old. But apparently they're still good. Okay, so this one expires in 2021. It's for redness. And then this one here expires in 2021 as well, and this is for under eye circles. So I have been wanting to try to get into color correction, so I'm actually going to try and keep these and see what I can do. Next is something also that I haven't tried. This is a Malin and Goetz recovery treatment. It's just a serum that you put on. So I'm going to try this on my skin at some point just to see if it helps it out. I might do it actually after makeup. So when I take my makeup off, I might try this out. Next, I have this Pureless Blue Lotus Balance Moisturizing. This makes my skin look really nice for videos. And same with this. If I'm having a really bad breakout day, this Burt's Bees Anti-Blemish one also makes my skin look really nice. So I'm going to keep those two moisturizers. This one I haven't tried. It is a sample size. It's from a long time ago, so I'm going to declutter this. So in terms of skincare, this is a cooling water treatment and a hydrating stick. It's a brightening serum, both from Milk. Again, though, I might be running into the same problem. Nope, that one's not open, so that one should be fine. This one's not been opened either. So I am going to keep these around just to try them, just to see what they do. They look quite cute. We'll see if they do anything. Next, in terms of stuff that might have actually been better off in the other category, is this under eye brightener. I don't know how this will look. Maybe it's a color corrector. I need to experiment with this. It looks nice though, so we're gonna try it and see how it does. I'm like keeping everything, oh no. Next is this primer mask, which I'm gonna keep because it's a one-time use and then it's done. So we're just gonna try it out, see how it does. I might do it in a review video, who knows. Oh wait, actually before I do all the primers, there's this No More Baggage under eye stuff. If I've had a really rough night, I will use this and I do like it a lot actually. It does take away a lot of that baggage, puffiness, and dark circles. So this is a really good corrector. All right, so I have a few primers. I don't think I've really given them a good shot. I love this primer, Pores No More Luminizer from Dr. Brandt. Like, I actually really love this formula. So I really haven't tried these two yet. So I think I'm gonna have to try them a bit more and then figure out whether or not I like them and then decide whether to declutter them after I've actually given them a shot. So we're gonna be keeping all of those. I'm not like decluttering a single thing in this category. Oh dear, and it's like the biggest category. Okay, so this is like that blur stick, but it's a blur spray. This is definitely much newer than the other one that I had. And this I kind of figure is, yeah, this is a setting spray. So I'm actually excited to try this. I have not tried it before. So we're gonna try this. I've heard really good things about this. In terms of setting sprays, my only other setting spray I have is this Coola makeup setting spray. I actually really like this. It's great for sun protection. So if I'm using one of the things that doesn't have SPF, this is a great setting spray to use because then I get my SPF. Forgot about this primer. I'm not a huge fan of this one actually, so I am going to declutter this one. It's not great. So bye-bye. Now, in terms of setting powders, this one, while it is a nice setting powder, it is a son of a gun to get out of the package, and I really hate this packaging for it. It makes it so difficult to use. So just for that reason, I'm saying goodbye. Like, I just cannot use it. Then I have this Ish Universal Loose Powder, which I haven't really gotten a chance to try, so we're gonna keep that around. And then this Terre Mer Translucent Photo Finish Setting Powder. This is actually a really nice powder, so we're gonna keep that around as well. In terms of primers, I have this shadow primer from Ish and this one as well. They are actually different. One is colored and one is clear. And so they both do different things depending on the eye look you want. I actually like both of them, so I'm gonna keep them both. Last three things. So there's these two toners that I have not gotten a chance to try yet. This Noah Bay or Natural and Organic Face Mist Toner, which is moisturizing. I haven't gotten to try that yet, neither with this 20 face toner, Sensitive Skin. So we're gonna try these out before I give them away. They're both new, they've both never been opened, so we're gonna give them a shot and then we're gonna say goodbye if I don't like them. So this bad boy's been around for a while, unfortunately, and it's these Radiance Drops, which are actually quite pretty and add a dewy finish to most makeups, but I have had them for 4 or 5 years now, so they are probably expired at this point. 6 months was the recommended time for use for these, so these are done, sadly. And last but not least are these two blotting papers. I think they're the exact same, just different packaging. I have no idea how you use these or what you do with these, so we're gonna keep them, I guess, for now and just see if I use them. And if I don't use them in the next, I wanna say, month or two, then I'll declutter them or donate them because I just don't know what to do with these, quite honestly. My nose really doesn't get oily, so I don't understand the whole blot your nose thing, but maybe after I film and get sweaty, I might try these out, see if they take the sweat off without taking my makeup off. That might be what I do to try them. So we'll give them a shot, and if I don't like them, then bye-bye. So as I said, unfortunately, I did keep a lot. I really only decluttered 3 things from that category, but it's quite a big category, but a lot of little different things. It's more prep for makeup, so unfortunately, a lot is gonna stay, but we'll hopefully get through it as I get to try more of the products, because a lot of it is just that the products are new right now. They're just new and I haven't gotten to try them yet, so we're gonna see if they work, and if they do, then we will keep them, and if they don't, they'll be decluttered. Okay, so next up we have brow products and we have eyeliners. So all this over here is eyeliners and all this is brow products. So we're gonna start with the brow products just because it's smaller. And a little sharpener, which is obviously going to stay because that's kind of universal. So this first one here is from Art Deco. It's a brow filler with actual little fibers in it. I thought this was super neat. It's kind of like a brow gel and a brow pencil in one. Like, I like the little fibers. It makes it look so much more natural when it gets filled in. The color's really nice, so I'm gonna keep this. This is actually really nice and I like it. And this is a little brow product from e.l.f. that I actually have yet to use. Don't think I've ever used it. Yeah, the little plastic film is still on it, so I have no idea if this is good or not. So I'm going to be keeping this just so that I can try it. And then depending on how it does, we'll see if I decide to keep it or not after that. I don't know about the shades, how they'll look on my brows. That light one is a little too light. This dark one looks like it might be right for me though. So we shall see. I'm gonna have to try it out though. I have no idea if this works or not. Next is actually this $1 Billion Brows Gel, which is amazing. I love this stuff so much. This is what I use to do my brows because it gives me a really natural look. It's basically perfect color for my brows. That's just it swatched there. So, and it applies really nicely. So I'm going to keep this. This is my favorite brow product of the moment. I don't really like to do my brows very often, but when I do, this is what I use. Next is this little thing of brow gel. Now I have this thing of brow gel here from e.l.f. and I have no idea. I haven't used this one either. Oh, that does not look good. Okay. That looked gross. I really hope that picked up on camera. I just don't trust it anymore, so that's gonna go. So we're gonna keep this brow gel because now it is the last one standing. This here is an all-in-one brow pencil. It is so smooshed. Oh my god. He smooshed it hard. I think that should be salvageable though. I did like it when I was applying it. So we're gonna keep this for now just because it is kind of a nice all-in-one brow product. This itself is actually line lifter and a filler. So there's an ivory shade, which does, it looks like it's seen better days. Don't know how well that's picking up, but oof, she looks rough. She's got hairs on her. So I think we're going to say goodbye to this one because this one just looks expired. So thank you. Next. All right, next is this Art Deco eyebrow pencil. I think that looks fine. Like I just got this recently. That makes really nice strokes. It's pretty easy to apply. You could do some really nice little fine hairs with that. So I'm going to be keeping this because again, it's a nice shade for my brows. It's a little bit lighter than my actual brows, but that can soften the look of my brows a little bit. So I do like that general type of look. So we're going to keep this. And last but not least is this Burt's Bees eyebrow pencil. It's got a little spoolie dealy on the end and then a pencil on the other end, which does need a sharpen, but it's super creamy and comes off really well. It just needs to be sharpened. That's all. So we're gonna do that right now before I forget. These are very similar. Oh my. Color wise, there's not much of a difference, but this one's actually creamier than the Art Deco one. Do I need two that are the exact same? I think I like the warmer tone to the Burt's Bees one better than I like the Art Deco one. So actually I do think I'm going to say goodbye to the Art Deco one because I do not need two of them. And so for brow products decluttered, it's not that much, but I really didn't have that much to start with. I really just got rid of two expired ones and then one duplicate I had where I do like the other pencil better. And then these here are the brow products I will be keeping. All of them are fairly different. One's a brow gel, one's a brow pencil. The other's kind of an all-in-one tool, then a filler, a potted filler, and I'm just gonna try this before deciding whether or not I like it and if I wanna keep it or if I wanna donate it. Really, it will have to be better than this if I keep this though. So odds are it will be decluttered, but just not yet. Next up is the big boy. It's eyeliners, and I have some fun ones and I have some pretty standard ones. So this one here is another Burt's Bees formula. It's a nourishing eyeliner in black. It's more of a charcoal type color. It's pretty good for smudging. Maybe not the best black on its own. Let's pick out some more black ones. This is a pencil. This is a pencil. So this is the Ish eyeliner in black. That is much thicker. It's harder to get that precise line, but this is a much nicer black, and I do like this, and this goes on really well. It's kind of, I would prefer this one to the other one, even though I can get a more precise line with the other one. Oh, this is a wing liner. So with the wing ones, I'm just gonna make sure that they're still working. Yeah, that is still fine. So we're just gonna put it away and say that's a keep because it's not dried out yet. So this one here is the Art Deco soft eyeliner, and it's waterproof. I'm not the biggest fan of how that color turns out. It's very subtle in terms of the difference, but it's much more patchy than the other ones and just not as nice of a black actually. So I'm gonna be saying goodbye to that one because it's more of a grayish brown than anything else. So I know it's waterproof, but I just don't like it. I don't think I'll be using it. Eyeliner in Hot Chocolate. I like this one a lot. It's super creamy. It's super nice brown. I don't really have many browns, so I'm gonna put that in the colored section. This one here is the Duce Ultra Precision Liner. That one's difficult to get out. Let's see if I can pull up more of the color. Like, how do you get more? Was that it? That little itty bitty bit? Like, how do I get more? Okay, I can't figure it out, so this is going simply because it's not practical the way it is because I can't use it. Next is this Art Deco Mineral Eye Styler, long lasting. Ooh, okay. I like that actually. That's a nice line. It's a nice color, kind of in the same line as actually that other Art Deco pen. So I like both of those. I'm gonna keep both of those. Is this Intensify Me by CoverGirl. I think this is a liquid liner. Yeah, so we're just gonna see if it's dried out. Oh, it has not. Okay. That is a nice liquid eyeliner, and it's got a different kind of tip. So I'm really excited to actually try this one out for different makeup looks, kind of more calligraphy style or more editorial type looks. So this is the Intense Black Liquid Liner. It is still good. It'll be kept. Next up, we have the Ish Winged Line. It is still perfectly fine. So we're going to keep that as well. I honestly could not tell you the difference between those three, except for that this one dried down matte really fast, and these two are definitely more shimmery. I wonder if they're, like, that one's still a little tacky. That one's completely dry, but it does smudge. That one's fine as well, actually, but these two are more shiny, and this one is more matte. Just in case you are the kind of person who cares about finish. There's this one from e.l.f., which is kind of old, so it might not be fair to do this, but I don't know. This one kind of hurts. It's hard to get a color payoff. Stroke it lightly. You actually have to press to get color payoff here. Like, it's not going on nicely at all. I mean, it's fine on its own. It's got a little sharpener, but I just can't get enough color payoff out of this without pressing pretty hard, and my eyes are pretty sensitive, so this just isn't going to work for me, unfortunately. So I am going to declutter this. Next are some fun colors. I haven't experimented with colored eyeliner yet very much, but I'm actually excited to. This is again e.l.f. Now see, this one comes off much more creamy and much nicer. Like, it's much more easy to apply. So this one is going to stay. I'm excited to try some fun looks with this. Next up, I have the Sephora. Oh, this might be a cool one, so this might be black as well. Let's try it here. Oh, it's not, it's blue. Okay. That's a very light blue. It's kind of hard to get a color payoff of. I'm going to keep this in my maybe consideration for now and just see what I end up with, but I like the color. It's a very nice denim color. It just does not go on well. That's pretty much it. This one here is a Sephora Eye Pencil to Go in a brown. Oh, that's a really pretty color, actually. And it's going on pretty nicely. Like, this is very subtle, but unlike the blue, it doesn't look like it's just not paying off. This looks like it's meant to give that nice light brown goldy shimmer. So that's going to be staying as well. So here's another colored one. Ooh, that one's really nice too. Kind of like that gold one there, but just a little bit different. So for now, I'm gonna keep both of those, and then I might decide to declutter this one later. But for now, they both are different enough that I'm gonna keep them, see if I end up using them or not. Then I have this purple one, which, ooh, that does not go on nicely. It goes on kind of patchy. Sparkles aren't coming off well. The color's not really reading very well. So this one is a no. Thank you. But moving on. Now we have some white ones. So this is a Art Deco crystal eyeliner. It's not exactly a white eyeliner. It's more like a highlight for your eyes. Look at that. Don't know how well you can see that there on camera, but it's so pretty. It's so creamy. It goes on so well. It's so shiny and pretty. I freaking love it. Okay, so this is definitely staying. And this one here is an e.l.f. white pencil, usually meant for the waterline. Yeah, I don't know. And this pencil's kind of old, so if I'm going to use it for a waterline, I think I'm going to go with the new one that I got for my Art Deco calendar, I think it was, or my Ish calendar, instead of this one. So I'm going to say goodbye to this one. So that just leaves us with this one from Art Deco Lash and Line Duo. Not a super fan of the mascara that comes with this, but this eyeliner here is amazing. This thing is amazing for lining the waterline. It goes on really easy. It's a great waterline pop of white if I want to make my eyes look bigger. So we're going to keep that as well. Probably not going to use this side of it at all, but I love this side. So now for this blue one, making a decision. I don't know, I just don't love the color enough. So we're going to say goodbye. So these are the eyeliners that I'm keeping right here. I have 3 liquid liners, 1 brown liner, 2 black ones, a crystal one, a white one, 2 kind of more warm caramelly browns, another brown one here. Again, a very different color though. This one's really nice. And then this green one because it is quite fun. So these are the ones I'm keeping. these are the ones that I'm saying goodbye to. Oh, I lost a cap on that one. Maybe that's why it's so damaged, just because the cap just does not stay on properly. So these ones, thank you. You've served your time. You are free to go. Okay, so next up we have a big boy category, which is eyeshadows. This whole thing here is a tray of like glittery paint eyeshadows and then all sorts of palettes and little quads and things like that. So buckle up, this category is gonna take a while. Let's start with the sticks. Let's be nice to ourselves. So first off is this high performance eyeshadow 20 waterproof. So let's try this on. Ooh, okay, that is gorgeous. That's a really pretty shimmery color. That applies really easily as well. So we're gonna keep that one. Then with this eyeshadow stylo, this is in Evelina Beauty Shimmer Shadow Stick. Champagne color. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh God, I haven't tried these ones yet, so I have no idea what these look like. And this is really nice. This is in the shade Stardust. And then lastly, there's another Evelina Beauty Shimmer Shadow Stick, and this one is in the shade Rose Gold. Ooh, that's a nice, pretty neutral color. Okay, I like all three of these. They're really creamy, really sweet, so they're all staying. Next are these glow sticks. Now I've had these for a very long time, unfortunately, and just looking at them, it's looking like the formula is separating in them. I did get some fun out of them when I had them, but some of them are just separating and not looking so great inside anymore, so I might not be able to keep these. We shall see. So I'm actually not going to bother opening up all of them. They have well and truly expired, so I'm sorry my lovelies, I did not get a chance to use you, but I do have to declutter all of you. Moment of silence for the gorgeous Lab shimmer shades that never got used. I'm sorry, my pretties. So out of all those eyeshadow sticks, these are the only three I'm keeping. I'm getting rid of all of these simply because they have all expired. Dun, dun, dun. Next, we're going to go through the palettes. Now, some of these might be expired as well, and some of them are quite new. So I'm going to go through the ones that I think might be expired first, or at least the oldest ones first, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so these palettes here are the oldest ones I have. You can see the dust on this one. This was In the Night Smoky Shades Eye Color Palette. Had an 18-month expiry. This is definitely a few years old, so I should be saying goodbye to this. It was really fun to use when I had it, but I will alas be saying goodbye. Thank you, old friend. Next is probably one of my favorite palettes ever, actually. It's getting decently old, so I figured I should just check it, make sure it's not expired. It's your Espresso Yourself palette, and it's got all sorts of gorgeous coffee shades here. It's starting to look a little dingy, but that's, I think, just because of use, not because it's expiring. Yeah, the shadows are swatching fine. So there's just 3 of them right there. So they're all swatching fine still, so I'm just going to double check the expiry date on the back, make sure it's still fine to use, but this is honestly one of my favorite palettes. It smells so good, and I love all the colors. I'm a very neutral eyeshadow person, so I really like this. 12 months. Technically it's expired. Oh no, look at this shade here. It's definitely, those pockmarks aren't just from use, are they? Oh. Oh, this one hurts because I love this palette. Thank you, lovely palette. You have served me well. Bye-bye, you're expired. Some of these just freaking hurt. Like that one. I was not expecting to declutter that one, but it's expired, so I had to. God. This sucks sometimes. There's so much black on my hands from the eyeliners. Oh my God. Hang on. Okay, now that I've cleaned up my hands so that they look like less of something exploded on them. This is the Duce palette. I have no idea the expiry for this. These colors are quite nice, and it's a very neutral palette. So let's just do a little swatcheroonie test. Well, that swatch is really creamy. Okay, I can tell the difference already. Okay, the last shade didn't really swatch as much, especially with that last shade there. I'm gonna give it another swipe, see if I can swatch it up. This one might be expired too, guys. I don't know. maybe not. I don't remember when I got this, which is the problem. Oh yeah, and the more I swatch them, the better they're doing. I just think the bumps don't make it swatch very well. So I'm gonna keep this for now. I am gonna put it in my neutral eyeshadow palette collection just so that I can properly declutter afterwards based on what I still have. But for now, it's sticking around. So next is this glittery Sephora palette. It is the Shine Bright Like Enchanted Stars in the Sky. It's a galaxy palette. Really cute. It does not have an expiry date on it anywhere. I know this was from Christmas 2018. Yeah, Christmas 2018. So it's not that old. So it might be still fine. And speaking honestly, I actually haven't used it yet. So that might also be why it's still fine. As long as the formula itself has survived, then we're good. I'm just gonna take a swatch of that one, swatch that one, swatch of this nice lavender, swatch of the shimmery shade here. You can barely see that one, okay. Okay, that one's really pretty. That one's gorgeous. Oh my, okay. So the really first one, which is a very light shade, I think is more for like a highlight shade. Can't really see it that well, but the rest of them swatched really nice, especially this last one. It's gorgeous. So I'm gonna be keeping this palette. It's unlike any palette that I have at the moment. So we're gonna try it out. Next is this Pure Be Your Selfie. I have not used this at all. Wow. It's still got a little stickery bit on it. Well, those shades are gorgeous. I love the names. Let's just see, it's 6 months, but I haven't used this yet, so we're probably still good. So we're gonna keep this. Oh, I'm getting exposed here. Okay. Next is this Bang Beauty one, and it's 12 months warm neutral palette. I don't remember how old this is, to be honest. So I finally managed to get it open. Oh, those are gorgeous. Okay, let's try swatching this nice warm color here, and then this color here. Let's do a shimmer, this one here, and then let's try the black one. Let's see how their black does. Ooh, even just on the fingers, it's good. So, that looks like a Cheeto. It looks like I just ate Cheetos and swatched them on myself. Next color, ooh, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that is black. Okay, so this is actually a pretty good palette. I don't know why I haven't been using it. We're gonna keep this one around. Bang Beauty, you've got something going on. So in terms of just pure expiry dates, these are the two that I'm gonna have to say goodbye to, one of which absolutely breaks my heart, but they're both expired. Now we will go through based on actual usability of said palettes and whether or not I like them. So we're gonna go with the easy ones first. This proof is in the pudding one. I absolutely adore this. This is great. I'm keeping this pretty much no matter what. Same with this Moschino and Sephora palette that I just got. It is gorgeous and fun. It looks like a little laptop, and I mean, you cannot go wrong with that right now. So she's staying. She's staying. These two are definitely staying. This Bang Beauty one has won me over. This one here, I feel like I have all these colors in all the other shades, or all the other palettes, I mean. So I actually do think that I'm going to be saying goodbye to this one. Next is this little Ish palette, which has just it's a little trio here. I'm just gonna do it on the other side actually so that I can get, except for the middle shade there, the two others are absolutely freaking gorgeous. And this might be great for like little travel, little put in the pocket kind of thing. Unfortunately, this Burt's Bees one is extremely similar, but this is starting to come out of the pan, unfortunately. Like, I think I dropped it and I just never figured out a way to fix it. So I might, because I'm actually worried it's gonna break more. This was the Burt's Bees eyeshadow with Bamboo Shimmering Nudes. It's quite nice, but I just don't think I'm gonna use it because I'm worried I'm gonna break it now. There's just more color payoff with the other one, so I'm gonna keep the other one, and I have these colors in other palettes, so thank you, but we will say goodbye. We will part ways for now. Next, this is from my Art Deco beauty calendar unboxing. Ignore the little finger marks, that was me. I love this. It's got some great shades in it that were just kind of funky and new for me, so we're gonna keep this for now. Last but not least is one of my favorites as well. It's this Ish palette. It's got, I love these names, I love the colors, I love how they apply, so we're gonna keep this one as well. So we did manage to whittle it down a little bit. Not the best, but if you take both of them into consideration, it is much, 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 much smaller now. So we will keep these and continue on. So next up are these two massively full bad boys, which are going to take a while, and these are my lipsticks. Definitely like lipsticks a bit better than anything else, so we're gonna sort them into like cream, liquid, balms, that kind of thing, and I will get back. Just because I know this is the easiest place for me to start is this palette of Statement Red Lips. I really like this. I got it recently. I'm really excited to keep trying this. So this is gonna stay, and this is probably the only lip liner I own, sadly, and it looks pretty nice, so we're gonna keep it. She's gonna stay because I only have the one, so there's not much to declutter there. Next up are lip balms slash serums that do different things. This one is the Besame Mucho lip product for dry and chapped lips. I actually really like this. I forgot I had it, so I'm excited to keep using this as long as it's still good. Yeah, it still looks good. So she will be staying. I know I've said before that I don't have enough lip balms, but some of them I just don't like as much. Like the smell of this one is just not my favorite, so I am going to declutter this. These two here, this one is a Nassif MD Dermaceuticals Hydra Screen for the lips. It hydrates and it plumps. And this one here is an ultra clear lip plumping volumizer. This one makes my lips a little tingly, so I'm not sure how I feel about it, and I haven't tried this one yet, so I'm gonna keep both of them, see how I feel about them. If anything changes, then I will declutter them, but for now they're gonna stay. Next up in terms of moisture are tinted lip balm. So there's 4 from Tarte, 2 from Burt's Bees. These ones from Burt's Bees I adore. They're like lip balms with just a little shade, the tint of color, like it's very hard to see. It just adds a little bit of an extra pop to your lips that I quite enjoy. So these are both staying. I don't know if I can swatch this one. They're both basically just a little bit of tint your lips but better kind of thing, so I like them both. These ones here from Tarte, there's one in nude. I haven't used these yet, but they're quite sheer as well. Like just the littlest tint to it. These are gonna stay. This one is in the shade Rose. Just this packaging just makes my day. Just FYI, this one is in the shade Red. It's a little bit more pigmented. This one here. This one is in the shade Berry. Again, a little bit more pigmented, but not by much. So I love all of those. I love hydrating lip tints because it just gives your lips a bit better kind of feel. These next ones are a little bit more pigmented. This chubby one, which is quite old, and you can see it's getting quite old by how it's applying, or at least I can here on camera. So I'm going to declutter this just because it is old. Same with this one probably. Yeah, also that color is just not for me. It's a little bright. And last but not least is this awesome Burt's Bees Gloss Lip Crayon. It's definitely more pigmented, but I love this color. It looks so good on me. So I'm gonna keep this. So there wasn't much declutter from that category, and I didn't think there was going to be because there's lots of stuff that I love in there. Now we're gonna get to the ones where I'm going to be a bit more ruthless because they're not things that I love as much. So we're gonna start with the ones that I still like a decent amount, which is lipsticks, and then we'll move on to liquid stuff, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So we'll start with the lipsticks first. So there are a few here that are quite a bit older than the others, so I'm gonna go through those first just to see if they don't look good anymore. And just by the top of this one, I'm scared to put this even on my hand. So she's going bye-bye. And then I'm unfortunately gonna probably say the same for this Katy Kate Matte Purple. Oh, that one looks even worse. Bye-bye. This one was literally my favorite for the longest time. It's a Divine Wine CoverGirl one. It's just a cheap drugstore one, but oh, I loved it. But again, it's just, she's seen better days and she's really old and needs to be decluttered, unfortunately. So bye-bye. Next, in terms of oldest, one of these isn't even opened, oh my lord, are these ones here. Femme Couture ones, which I'm just gonna show you the top of that one. She's not going anywhere. She's very old. She's going in the garbage. I think probably the same for this, yep. This one has not been opened, but she looks beat up on the inside, so yeah. It has been opened. It has been opened, it just looked like it hadn't. Okay, this one's definitely going as well. Oh, I keep lipsticks for so long. Okay, moving on. So next are actually, we'll do the Sophia Nygaard lipstick collection. I actually tried this out again and I liked it. I might try it more. This is the Brucey. Same with this one. I'm gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try that a bit more again. We're gonna see if it does well. This is the Fred one, which I love. Oh my god, I love this color. It is such a nice red. Is Screamer, which again, gorgeous color. Love this. Next is Bury Me in Lipsticks, which is amazing as well. Love that color. Looks so good on. And last is Bikini Bottoms, which I'm gonna try and see if I can make it work. And if I can't, this would be the first one of the collection to be decluttered, but I'm kind of just partial to keeping the whole collection. I don't know if that makes me sentimental and too gushy, but I like it. I can't help it. Next, we're gonna go for an obvious declutter as well. This one here, Art Deco orange terrible stick that made my lips look like a clown. Where you're gonna get rid of this. Next, we're gonna try this Downtown Sweetheart by NCLA. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty. Okay, that's really sweet. Let's see though. It is different than Fred. I will give it that. So it can stay. I like how that feels. Next is Meringue by Amuse Bouche. Ooh, that's light. That's light. I don't think I'm gonna like that. Actually, that's more pink than I thought it was going to be. That might be fine. We're gonna keep that for now. It goes on really nicely. So we're gonna keep that for now. Next is this MJ Bullet. I have no idea what the shade is. It doesn't say. Again though, so Marc Jacob, that was the MJ. Again, very light. Let's try it against this one here. Like, let's just do it up here maybe. It's a bit corally orange. I'd have to see that one on to know how I feel about that one. I'm gonna pop off camera for a second and just try it on and see how it looks. I think the Art Deco orange scarred me because I don't like this. Also, it doesn't apply very nicely. So she's adorable in terms of her packaging. I love this, but the color's not right for me. So bye-bye. Next is this Hydra Matte Lipstick, which is actually it's broken. So she's going bye-bye. Obviously, I forgot about that one. Bye-bye, thank you. Next, another Hydra Matte Lipstick. This one's intact. Again with the orange though, so no. Just no. No, no, no. This is going faster than I thought. Okay, so this is another red. Let's try this over here. That is more of a very typical Hollywood red. I'm actually excited to use that and keep that. It might just be a Halloween look red, but for now, we'll keep it. This one here, which is Liana by Ava Beauty, or Tiana, I can't really tell. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, that's a really nice kind of rose petally color. So we're gonna keep that for now. It's similar to this one over here. We'll see. We'll see how that one looks on. For now, it'll stay. And last but not least is something that I have no idea how to use. And it is a matte lip powder in Hibiscus Bloom. So we're just gonna try and get this out of the packaging and just try applying it and see how it goes. Ooh, that is a gorgeous color. So that is staying. So out of that big pile that I showed before, this is all that is left. So that's actually a pretty good chunk decluttered. I'm very proud of myself there. Okay guys, this is it. This is the last category. Oh my god, the end is in sight. So to start off, I'm gonna go with these little Sephora cream lip stain minis that are kind of old, to be honest. Oh, that does not look nice. So we might be just decluttering this off the bat. I'm just gonna pull those two out and say goodbye. Thank you. You've served me well, but you are old, so you are expired. Next, I'm gonna actually do this Hydra Gloss. It's just a gloss on top. It's actually quite a nice finisher. It doesn't really have much pigment on its own, and even though it's mini size, it just catches the light nicely, and it's a great topper. I'm gonna keep it just for that because it's great at topping makeup looks. These little here are from that Sephora cream lip bundle that I got recently, so we're just gonna try out all the colors on me, see how they look, if I like them. Yeah, I like that actually. It's a little bit darker than I normally would go in terms of a nude. It's more like just a brown lip color, but I like it. Next, we'll do the sparkly one. So it's pretty, but I don't think I would ever use that on my lips. No, I really wouldn't. So I'm gonna say goodbye to this one. Next is a metallic red, which has a better chance of being kept. That is actually gorgeous. So that's gonna stay. Next, an actual just red cream lip stain. These go on really well on the lips, so I already know that from the first formula. Ooh, another bright red one, like starlit Hollywood red. I like it though. Maybe not the best for my skin tone, but I still like it. Next is this berry color, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to love. Yeah, a little dark, but I still like it. Like, that is gorgeous. Okay, so that's staying as well. Then, last but not least, a shade that I know that I like. Just a nice little dark berry-ish tone to it. I like this, so those are all staying. This is Evelina Beauty again. Okay, Okay, it's kind of glossy and sticky. And that is massively sticky. Not a lot of pigment and just very sticky. No, I don't like that. It does not feel good. Yeah, so there's this one as well. Yeah, that's super sticky as well, so that's going. I don't like it when lip glosses are super tacky. In feeling, not in color. This one is by Steve Laurent. Seems like a nice color so far. It's a little bit tacky, but it's not bad. And I really like that color, so we're gonna keep that. If I can get it back in. Next is this Tardiest Lip Paint. That looks expired. Okay, never mind, moving on. Sorry, Tarte Lip Paint, you've run your course. Next is the Art Deco Hydra Lip Booster. See, this is a gloss, but it doesn't feel nearly as tacky. Yeah, it's much smoother and less sticky. I'm gonna keep that. It might be a nice little topper coat. So this is an Art Deco Lip Brilliance, so slightly different. And it's kind of in the shade that I don't like, but it's much more sheer. I don't know, this one's actually more tacky than the other one, so I don't like this one. So we're gonna say goodbye to this Lip Brilliance in this coral color. I might try it on my lips just to see, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. And here is a Ish Hydro Gloss. Okay, that is a very odd wand. Oh, that is so sticky. Oh God, no. No, Ish, no. Sorry, I usually love you, but no. And this is an Ultra SPF X Radiant Lips Ultra Rich Plumping Stick in Burnt Sienna. Like that plumping serum from before, but in a color. Ooh. Okay, now that's an orange I might be able to get behind. That's gorgeous. Okay, so that's staying. So this is all the liquid lips I am keeping. And that is it for this declutter. I will show you a final shot because everyone wants to see that final shot.